From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Thursday, April 14th, 2022. I'm D. Ray Knight, and this is what's going on. Here is the latest on the war in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he's sincerely thankful to the U.S. for the new round of $800 million in military assistance. In his daily late-night address to the nation, Zelensky also said he was thankful for Wednesday's visit by the presidents of Poland, Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia. He said those leaders have helped us from the first day, those who do not hesitate to give us weapons, those who did not doubt whether to impose sanctions. In his telephone conversation with U.S. President Joe Biden, Zelensky said they discussed the new weapons shipment, even tougher sanctions against Russia, and efforts to bring justice to those Russian soldiers who committed war crimes in Ukraine. Zelensky also said work was continuing to clear tens of thousands of unexploded shells, mines, and tripwires that were left behind in northern Ukraine by retreating Russians. He urged people returning to their homes in those towns to be wary of any unfamiliar object and report it to the police. In news closer to home, the leader of the South Dakota Senate has named a lead prosecutor for the impeachment trial of State Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg and scheduled it for late June. Wednesday's announcement from Republican Senator Lee Schoenbeck comes one day after House lawmakers voted to impeach Ravnsborg for a car crash that killed a pedestrian. Ravnsborg is the first official to be impeached in South Dakota history. He must take a leave of absence until the Senate decides whether to remove him from office. Schoenbeck set the trial for June 21 and 22. He has named Pennington County Prosecutor Mark Vargo to argue in favor of the articles of impeachment. The wastewater system at Rapid City Regional Airport is being replaced. Amy Rose has more.
Work has started to replace Rapid City Regional Airport's outdated wastewater lagoon system. Patrick Dame, Rapid City Regional Airport Executive Director, said work began a couple of weeks ago on the $2.5 million gravity sewer line project. The new line will carry wastewater from the airport to the city's water reclamation facility, rather than to the half-century-old lagoon system still being used by the airport. The lagoon began to show signs of aging when the airport conducted an emergency discharge of some 74 gallons of sewage into the northern part of its property without the proper permit.
A New York man facing 3 counts of first-degree murder was in court for a status hearing Tuesday. 37-year-old Arnson Absolu was arrested in New York in September 2020 for the deaths of Charles Redwillow, Ashley Nagy, and Dakota Zeiser. Absolu appeared virtually from the Pennington County Jail because he was involved in a serious fight at the jail, and it was a security risk to transport him to court. The state of South Dakota now has 45 days to decide whether or not to seek the death penalty in Absolu's case. In national and international news, more news out of the Odessa region in Ukraine. Governor Maxim Marchenko says forces have struck the Russian guided missile cruiser Moskva with 2 missiles and caused serious damage. Moskva is the flagship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet. The Russian Defense Ministry confirmed the ship was damaged Wednesday, but not that it was hit by Ukraine. The ministry says ammunition on board detonated as a result of a fire whose causes were being established, and that the Moskva's entire crew was evacuated. The cruiser typically has about 500 people on board. Odessa is Ukraine's biggest port. There were protests last night in Grand Rapids, Michigan over a police shooting of a black man lying face down on the ground. Chrissy Davies has more.
Video shows a Michigan police officer struggling with the black man over a taser before fatally shooting him in the head while the man was face down on the ground. Grand Rapids police released video from different sources Wednesday, 9 days after Patrick Loyola was killed during a traffic stop. Video shows Loyola trying to run and struggle over the officer's taser. Police Chief Eric Winstrom says the shooting is a tragedy. Prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump, speaking on behalf of Loyola's family on Wednesday, called for the officer in the shooting to be fired and prosecuted. State police are investigating. Crump and Loyola's family are planning to hold a news conference Thursday afternoon.
Elon Musk is offering to buy Twitter just days after the Tesla CEO said he would no longer be joining the social media company's board of directors. Twitter Incorporated said in a regulatory filing on Thursday that Musk, who currently owns slightly more than 9% of its stock and is the company's biggest shareholder, provided a letter to the company on Wednesday that contained a proposal to buy the remaining shares of Twitter that he doesn't already own. Musk offered $54.20 per share. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Mostly sunny today with gusty winds in the morning and a high of 39. Expect record low temperatures tonight of 17. And that was your Daily Slice for Thursday, April 14th, 2022. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose and Chrissy Davies. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.